Hello. You may notice something different about me today. I'm not teaching in my office. I'm standing in a void where everything behind me is the Dome logo. Although I'm sitting in my same chair. I brought my chair with me to the void. Yeah, so let me show you what's going on here. Attractive pose of me. I don't know what's going on there, but I really don't know what's going on here. Apparently, don't know. I don't even know if you just saw what I just showed you. Although I'll try it again, see if it fixes it this time. Hopefully different pose, hopefully not as dumb looking. Nope, still as dumb looking. So I built a green screen, which allows me to do this. Look, I'm on your screen, which is kind of funny. This might be the nerdiest thing I've ever done. I am so proud of myself. I'm like a Twitch streamer now. But this is going to allow me to post some interesting videos and hopefully not have a giant screen. Oh, there's my boundaries. Oh, there's my other boundaries. Oh, my fingers are gone. Hopefully not take up as much of your screen. Tested this out. It's working like a charm. I am so happy right now. I feel like a geek, just like, play with this. But it's perfectly keyed. You don't see any green reflection on my clothes. I'm just so proud of me. I'm gonna go pat myself on the back. No, my fingers are gone. Ah! Okay, well, in any case, let's work on some AutoCAD. So what we're going to be doing today, when we left off in the last lecture, put together some pavement details. These are pretty simple. I showed you how to do it. Put this together. Looks kind of nice. Hopefully it's dimensioned. It's orderly. It's sweet. What I'm going to do today is I'm just going to put together two quick drawings because quite frankly, there's not a ton of work. I've already put together the foliage, and I've already mostly put together the pavement. Now, what I will say is that I want to do a little bit of modifications to this pavement before I go ahead and just throw it in. I want to, first of all, I'm going to create a couple new layers. Okay, my new layers are going to be pavement parking hatch and pavement sidewalk hatch, so that I can put the hatches in different layers. I just don't like the way that it looks like this. I'm probably gonna switch that off. It just allows me to turn them off in the viewports. Pavement parking hatch. Oh, I should have just made that a, you know what, I'm gonna delete it. Delete layer. Pavement parking lot, I'll go ahead and, what, is there a duplicate? I think there's a duplicate. New layer, right, it'll take the, whatever you're on when you hit new layer, it'll copy that property. So pavement, parking, hatch, there's one, and then I'll take this one and make this, oh no, no, wrong button. Pavement, sidewalk, hatch. Okay, and the whole purpose of that is it just lets me, breaks this up a little bit nicer. So I'm gonna select all my hatches, which conveniently are on the same layer. Which, this is an interesting hatch editor. It's kind of cool. You gotta add more hatch points to it. That would be really sweet. Won't, but it would be really sweet. Go back in here. It's currently on the pavement parking lot. I want it to be on pavement parking hatch. And then I'll hit escape. And I'm going to do another hatch. I'll jump into my settings. And And let's see, I want this to be oh, I don't know. What do you look like? I guess we'll find out. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, I do not want that. T. Nope, I'm just actually just gonna get out of here. Try again. Okay, hit T for settings. Go in here and say, okay, let's see. Ooh, H-bone. Oh, it won't show me it. Dang it. I want it to be a park. That's what I want. I just want a park. Park 1. I'm really curious as to what this is. We'll scale this up. Let's see, we've been using a scale of around 400. So now I will jump in her, pick a point. Might have just frozen my computer. Oh no, it did it. I created a very closed line. Nice work, Kale. However, the hatch on this absolutely sucks. It's possibly too large. I'm gonna try bringing this down to 20. And I'm going to change this to ANSI 31, which is just a very simple. Nope, not going to do that. 350. And then I'll preview. And you'll notice that it looks a little bit nicer, more defined here. And it's distinctly different from this hatch right here. I'll have to create a guide for what hatches go where. But I will do that on the drawing. So, most important part is it distinguishable from this distance? I'm going to go ahead and right click to accept. It'll build it. I'll hit escape. And that's the way my park looks. Okay, nice and neat. There's a visual distinction between the park, the hatch that is on the sidewalks and the hatch that's on my parking lots, which is what I wanted. I'll go ahead and make sure that this goes to sidewalk hatch, so it's on a different layer, so I can just shut it off whenever I want. And there we go. Now, I've got this sheet, which you'll notice that because I just put in a brand new layer, this sheet shows up. I don't want the hatches to show up on this sheet. Oh, gross. Oh, yeah, it's because I shut off the zones. So I'm actually going to click on this. Oops. Scroll so that before I do anything, I'm going to shrinkitize this. So it's just larger than what I'm trying to show. I'll zoom in here, double click, go into layer properties, and shut off those two hatches that I just created. I don't want them showing up. Why won't you come to my party? Gosh! Okay, but at the same time, what I am going to do is I'm going to turn on my parking lots. So now you notice my parking lots show up. Ah! Hit U because I accidentally zoomed. My parking lots showed up now, and when I turn on my zones in my other drawing, they will also show up. Now, I will also have to go in here now and shut off my parking lots. I don't want those. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. All right. Now, those four will be blank, just because of the way that I made them. I probably should have made them better. I didn't, but I probably should have. Ideally, in real life, you would actually put them in a box like how I did over here. You would put those 4 hatches in a box, and then your viewports would show those boxes. And it may become a problem. If that does become a problem in this drawings, I'll fix it. In fact, I probably should fix it now, just because I'm here. But I won't. I'll fix it another day. As of right now, I'm just focused on trying to get the next 2 drawings done. So, gonna go ahead and right click from template, navigate to my AutoCAD, pop it open, ink sheet, bring it over. I'm gonna grab onto this, drag it over, because I want it to be layer 2. Double click on this so I can change the name to Pavement Layout. Okay, I'll go ahead and change the attributes in this title block. This one's going to be called Pavement Layout. Oh, I should probably make that 2 words. Here, once again, I have to destroy that because for some reason my drawing does not like that. Arch. Here, I'm probably going to be using 1 inch to 100 feet. Again, just, seems like a pretty standard way to do it. Put in my initials. Specify sheet number. Again, we don't have the total number, although we're aiming for 7. But there we go. Now I got my title block done. Always have to do that on every single sheet. I will make sure I am in the viewports tab, and then I will add a viewport. Go in here, Z, let's see, and then I'm gonna hit S for scale, and my scale I want to be 1 to 1200 feet is what? 0.000833333 repeating. I think that was it. I believe so. It's about the same size, right? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, same size. All right, now I got to go into my viewport, and these things will show up unless I cut them off in my viewport. So I'll have to make sure to do that. But before I can even do anything, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to turn off my layers. Okay, I don't want benches and tables. I do want boundaries. Don't want buildings. Don't want construction. No def points. No dimensions. No foliage. No grass. I'll keep the lake. Don't want lights. Don't want notes. Do want my 4 pavement structures. Play surface won't show up till playground. Playground structures. Trees. And I don't want zones or viewports. So now this should have everything that I want out of it. Not really sure what that is right there. That's funky. Oops. Looks like I accidentally hatched that part as a part of my drawing. Could go in and rehatch, just don't want to. I'm gonna remove. Oh, it's not a derived island. I don't know what's going on there. Oh well, I'm gonna add points. I forgot this point down here. To add that. Oh, for some reason it's just not showing up. That's weird. Don't know why it's doing that. Selecting everything visible. Huh. I wonder if I'm just working a layer that's not on. No, it's on. Should be working, but it's not. Oh well. We'll adjust that later. Anyways, go back into this tab. Oh, I zoomed in accidentally. Dang it. Z S 0.00083333333. We'll zoom out. Okay. Then I will crop my viewport so that it just shows this. And then what I'll do is I'll give this a legend. And we got to create our 3 section views for where A, B, and C show up. So I will do that too. I'd have to expand this a little bit. I'm not sure that viewport's gonna. There we go. Wasn't sure if it was gonna show that edge or not. You never know. So the nice thing about this is because we're doing this to scale, the point is you want to have a finite point that everything can be measured from. If you give a finite point that everything can be measured from, then the goal is, if you wanted to do this, you can take out your ruler, you can actually measure to each one of those points, and that's what a contractor would do. But you have to be able to give your coordinate systems, which we have that here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to actually hit Control C to copy, bring it on this page, hit Control V, and it'll ask me where I want to paste it, and I'll just paste it there. Okay, if you just hit CO, it'll only stay on that page. You won't be able to move it onto a new page. So I have my coordinate axes. I've got all of my hatches. The next thing I need to do is I need to draw 3 circles. So I will draw this in the notes layer. There's 1. There's 2. And then, oh, oops. Forgot to close that one off, so it included that flower bed. I'll just pick in the center here, and this will be 3. Okay. And now in my notes, I'm going to just create text block, bring it out, change the text size. It's got to be 0.1 because otherwise it's too big. And I will type A. And I will type section A to A. And I might actually move this down here. And then go ahead and grab the circle and bring it down. A lot of times these circles will have leaders on them. For the sake of time, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and move this circle down to the bottom as well. So I will copy this over. Thank goodness for scrolling. And then let's see. You know what? I will move this circle over here. This one. Probably shrink it down a little bit. And there we go. This one is section C to C. Okay, this one is section B to B. Okay, now what I need to put a legend on this drawing too, and I'm actually going to do the legend the right way. I know what's wrong with me. So to do that, go to my construction layer, draw a rectangle, just draw it this big, I'll put it underneath this one. I'll create a text box. I will make it start here, drag it over, change this to what, 12, 24? I think I had 24. And then I'm gonna type hatch sections for pavement. And close text editor. It made it so friggin' huge. It didn't need to be. Ugh. Sometimes AutoCAD's frustrating. SolidWorks is so much better. Alright, so I got my hatch sections for pavement. Now I'm just going to go into my pavement parking lot, draw a rectangle, because I only have two different types of hatches. One of them is going to be solid concrete pad, one of them is going to be sidewalk pad. Okay, and I will take this hatch. If I click on here, it's supposed to allow me to pick a point in here. And then hit enter, and it should show up. It's supposed to do that. And then I just hit close hatch editor, and it should allow me to do that too for this one with the pavement. Hit enter, and we're good. Let's see if I can pick points and actually finally put it in here. Hit enter, and it finally does show up. Now all of this was not supposed to be there, so I will. It's just not supposed to be there. I'll have to explode that. So to get rid of that one, you have to click on it. Click on it, and I believe you have to hit explode, which now renders this as individual lines. Okay, don't do that. You do not explode. I'll have to look at that at a different time. I'm running out of time here on this video. I was hoping to get to foliage too, but this is basically what you do for foliage. I'll post another video later this week on how to do the foliage. But now I need my layout tab, rectangular layout. Right now I'm in the notes layer, so I gotta switch this to viewports. Viewports just make sure that it doesn't print. And then I will get in here and zoom in on these two hatches. Make them visible. And then I'm going to shrink my viewport. Clean it up. There we go. And now I can create my legend here. Get this, drag it over, and I'll put text on here. Go to my notes layer quick. Text, start here. Oh, text is a different command than mtext. Forgot about that. I always use mtext. And this is concrete pad. Oop, gotta make sure this is 0.1. Bada bing, bada boom. I will move this just to create a little bit of a visual separation. 0.1 comma negative 0.1. Just moves it down. And then I will copy this down a block. Change this and rename it to sidewalk. And there we go. Now this is really all that's needed for the pavement layout. It shows where all the pavement is. You may, I mean, in a professional setting you would want to specify a number of control points that could be measured from. So the person for the drawing would be like, well, we're going to measure to this control point. We know that distance has to be X. We're not doing that in these drawings. Not getting a little bit that specific. This is supposed to be an introductory class, but I know I'm asking a lot. But it's a good way to get your hands wet in learning how to do the drawing. So, all right. I will post another video later this week on foliage. And I have my reasons for why I'm doing this, but